This is a taste of small farm America. So I first met Congressman Lloyd Smucker when he was actually state senator of Pennsylvania. And the way we met is I marched into his office one day. We need your help. Because yet again, another wonderful Pennsylvania small farmer was being aggressively enforced against arbitrarily. And Congressman Lloyd Smucker, at the time, state senator, came out to the farm, did a full tour of the farm, and really listened. And what I've come to learn about Congressman Smucker is that he really understands the story of the small farmer, what the small farmers need, and he is there 100% of the way to be a champion for these small farmers. So I'd like to introduce Congressman Lloyd Smucker, who has been a pivotal person in helping us work on getting publicity on the petition and getting several other representatives to sign on to a letter encouraging the FDA to rule in favor of this petition, which they have complete authority to do so at any time. So thank you, and please welcome Congressman.
Thank you, Liz. Great to be here. So I can't wait to try Congressman Massey's beef, grass-fed beef. So this is wonderful. And I want to mention several things. So first of all, the district that I represent is located in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Now, all of you probably are familiar. If you're concerned about quality food, you probably know Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, some of the best farmland across the country, and producing some of the highest nutrient quality food from anywhere across the country. I was actually born Amish. And in fact, I'm the only congressman to my knowledge ever that was actually born into an Amish home. The district that I represent includes almost 45,000 Amish families, many who no longer farm because of the difficulties and because of the lack of land. But so this bill, particularly I want to talk about the raw milk bill. It's particularly important to me for several reasons. You know, I grew up going to our neighbor's farm. They would lift the lid in the milk tank, and it would fill the jugs that we brought in, and that was the milk that we drank. Of course, it's delicious. We all know that, and it's nutritious. The idea that the federal government would step in and prevent a transaction between a farmer who is providing a quality product and who is counting on that quality product to feed his or her family. The idea that the federal government would stop a transaction where you have a willing consumer who really wants to have that nutritious product, and they step in and stop it, just blows me away. It really is, as Congressman Massey said, about freedom. It's the freedom to make the choices about what you want to eat and about what you want your family to eat. Now, I'm not against pasteurization at all. Pasteurization has improved. You may not all agree with me on this, but it has saved lives over the years. But people understand today the value of nutrition. They understand what processing does, and they want those healthy products like raw milk. There's a ready market that really wants, in fact, today is securing this product at times knowing they are not in compliance with the law, but it's important enough to them that they're willing to take that risk, which just puts people in a terrible position, puts farmers in a terrible position. And I want to get back to the other reason that I think this is important. The way of life of the small family farms. And in Lancaster County, that may be a farm of 100 acres, it may be a farm of 70 acres, whatever it may be. Particularly dairy farmers are struggling today. And you all know a little bit about the price of dairy products, but I see it every day when farmers are literally selling their herds because they absolutely cannot make it work. And at the same time, there's this mechanism, there's this market that is available that allows a farmer to sell their product directly to the consumer who really wants the product, as I mentioned. It cuts out the middleman, and they're willing to pay a higher premium for it. It really is the way we can save family farms in Lancaster County and in many other communities across the country that have those small working farms that are so important. So I want to thank Congressman Massey for his leadership on that particular bill, as well as the other bills that he introduced. It is important that we get this done. And so I'm very happy to see the kind of support that we have here in this room. And as Congressman Massey had said, I encourage you to tell the story to the folks that represent you in the districts where you live. It is very important that people understand what it is that we're talking about here. I can tell you that we're going to continue to fight for this. I think the petition was a great step forward, but we have to get that message out there. So again, thank you for being here. I have a lot of folks here, farmers from the district that I represent. Thank you to all of you. I see Aaron back there and Ray. So one of the coolest experiences as a member of Congress was visiting Ray's farm, and he actually let me drive the buggy all around the neighborhood. So it was awesome. I have a lot of family farms represented right here in this room. Appreciate you taking your time to come to continue to tell your story, and you can be assured that we're going to continue to work with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Smucker.